Hello and welcome to Lake Michigan Moto 2. Have you guys done the White Claw float yet? Hell nah. Next week, next week, next week. Cut that out. Alright, hello and welcome to Lake Michigan Moto 2. Gonna be getting on with the final race of this track so we can move on to Targaryen. Again, doubleheader night. This night it's gonna be Armada starting on pole. Nuked on the right in second. Then we have Hunter third, Real Deal fourth, Sully fifth, Opix sixth, Fireball 7th, Roman 8th. We got Soul Reaper 9th, Slaunch 10th, Luke 11th, Pancake 12th, and Detail 13th. Let's wait for the lights to go out. The grunt is really taking a while on this one, huh? There we go. Green flag. How do they get through the tricky double hairpin to start off the race? Mostly better than last race, but definitely unfortunate for Soul Reaper and Detail towards the back. The double hairpin is just absolutely brutal to start off the race. It's one of the signature parts of this track is you just get put into a really treacherous section to be taking with a ton of drivers right off the get-go, and can definitely set you up for a great race if you get through it clean and if you're up front. Or you get cheesed and you're trying to fight an uphill battle the entire moto, so kind of depends. But your leader at the start here is going to be Hunter, getting into the lead early on. It's Armada following him in second, and actually Sully in podium position in third, and we've got all the other drivers scattered all throughout the pack. The midfield is going to be crazy in this Moto 2. I guarantee it. Get through the chicane, cheesers. Let's see how they do it. I mean, the front of the field did that pretty well. I mean, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. For like the vast majority of the field, that was pretty good. It looks like they're starting to get used to it a little bit. The drivers are starting to get warmed up in that section and doesn't seem to be giving them as many issues as it was earlier in the night. Or even as recent as the last moto. But it is early on, and you know, the endurance is definitely a thing. Could definitely see some more drivers make mistakes through that section throughout the rest of the night. Might see a too wide through the chicane here. Keeping it clean. As we see Hunter still in the lead. We got Fireball trying to contest that podium position with Sully. Fireball started somewhere in the mid-pack, but he must have had a pretty good start to be fighting for podium position this early on. Whoa. Interesting line choices going into the jump. Fireball right behind Sully for that podium position. Can he do anything with it quite yet? No, not going to be able to. Ooh. Luke really going for it on Real Deal there, but not able to make the move. It looks like Roman is able to take a spot off of Nuked. And Real Deal is going to try to take advantage there as well. Ow. We're trying to look for it, and that's going to get them all types of squirrely, and that's the top three from last race all grouped up here in the Daytona turn. Could be overall battles between these three drivers, Pancake, Luke, and Detail. On the chicane, and again, another too wide, and they keep it clean again. Oh, a little contact there was at Opix, I think. Contact with the pole in the exit of that corner. Cost him some time there, surely. Get an update on the podium spots. It looks like Armada's still holding on to second. And it looked like Fireball's still trying to work on Sully for a podium spot as well. So, seems like we're looking at the same battles there in the top three. So you see Nuke actually trying to fight back on Real Deal. Real Deal must have taken that position, but Nuke not done quite yet. Ooh. Looks like Pancake there with a really rough run through the chicane. Ooh, what do we have here? That's Fireball. Trying to make it happen on Sully, but oh man, that is unfortunate. I mean, you could even tell the lag bubble in theater because it didn't look like they really touched it all, but clearly Fireball made some contact with Sully there and ended up kind of flipping off him, and Armada was running such a clean moto, but eventually he messes up the exit of the chicane, was actually doing a really good job holding on to second for quite a while, but now he's going to lose that position to Sully, but still holds on to the podium position. He's held out for quite a while now, and all this, oh, contact with the pole though. Gonna lose that spot to Roman, and it's got some hungry drivers behind. This might be the lap where it falls apart for Armada. Oh, almost Goomba's Fireball there, it looked like, and yeah, he's gonna get the double pass, but potentially fight back for it. Oh, now he's got Detail looking to the inside as well. It just goes to show how quickly your race can change. I mean, this is actually a really clean moto for Armada, and now just like in this lap, he's went from second to like 5th or 6th at this point. Really just goes to show how quickly your race could change. And speaking of which, this is gonna make things mix things up too. Roman messing up in the downhill chicane, and now things are getting all kinds of weird through the cylinders. Multiple 2-wide battles going on. And then it's Luke getting by Armada and Pancake and... Or, sorry, Detail getting by Armada and Pancake and Luke battling behind them. Oh, might be 2-way battle. The chicane is getting interesting again. But they keep it clean again. No pole contact through the chicane, despite the 2 wides. How many laps are we through this? I mean, well, here at the jump, I'd say we're right at the halfway point. Right here, hitting the halfway point of this moto. And all of this cheese behind him, Hunter getting out front early, it's paying off. He's actually been pulling away. Oh! What just happened to Slonch? I actually want to look at a replay of that. I don't remember that happening at all. So yeah, we all love the jump. We all love the jump, all right? This is one of our favorite parts of... Lake Michigan here. The only go-kart track with just the straight-up jump. And usually pretty clean, but let's see what happened. Oh, Slaunch just goes 2 wide and barrel rolls down. It recovers pretty amazingly, though, I gotta say. The recovery was 10 out of 10, but, I mean, it looked like he just hit the invisible barriers, so we do have the invisible barriers on the outside of that jump, so you can't go too far off to either side, because that would, like, pretty much end your race. And it ends up, I think, working out better for Slaunch right there, because the way he was going, it looked like he could have just completely veered off the track. It looked like he just got a little too wide heading left there, and things could have ended really poorly for him. And it does end up in a flip, but without the barriers there, I honestly think it could have been a lot worse. Because it seemed like he was definitely out of shape a bit on that jump. He might have been able to just barely land it clean, but it's hard to tell. This is really close. Looks like Real Deal and Roman in top 5. Little battle there. Oh, and Real Deal goes wide, and the rejoin sends him right into Detail, and that's going to lose him multiple positions. That is a tough break for Detail because he was running in front of all the drivers that he was competing with for the overall, like in a really good spot for it. And that is going to hurt a lot of time lost on that one. And many positions left to be regained again. You know, already made those passes, got to do them again now if he wants to take it. So there is still time to do it, but that's going to hurt a ton. Looking like he was on pace for his first overall, but unfortunate, tough break there. As Hunter, meanwhile, still runs in the lead, and he's actually been having a really clean race so far. Hunter, it's kind of shocking how clean it's been. Like he's been running really well, and just hasn't really had any pressure. I mean, he's had a gap like the entire moto. In the lead, he's doing a great job up there. Wide open through this turn, into the chicane. Yeah, I mean, he's just had a fantastic gap the entire time. Sully, meanwhile, by the way, still running in second. So a great moto for him, too. Fireball, still in that podium position, and I thought he had some more pace. I'm kind of surprised that he hasn't really gotten back up to Sully and like really contested and battled for that second place spot. I kind of expected that to happen with Fireball, and with how good his start was in his position, I thought he'd try to fight through those podium spots and like try to take down Hunter for the win, but doesn't seem to have the pace that I thought he did. And has been kind of just like settled in third for the last few laps here. Potentially side by side there for Pancake and Luke, but you know that not really any moves going to happen there. Oh, Sully has been running pretty well, but eventually spins out, and that will give Fireball the second place spot, and that mixes up this moto tremendously. Roman gets the short end of the stick there, getting caught up on that and losing many positions. And now the door opens for Pancake to get by both of them, so Sully with that mistake just changed this a lot, and now Real Deal flipping off the back of that too. That one mistake just triggered the biggest domino effect, and now many positions have swapped here late in the moto, and a very quick sequence of events there. Yeah, I've been talking about it many times throughout this race, how quickly your race can change. And that definitely changed the outcome drastically for many of these drivers in this top five fight. As we are on 2 to go, so going to the white flag lap next time by. It doesn't even really feel like it. It feels like this moto's gone by really fast. At least to me it does. And look at with that cheese, that was the best thing that, I mean, he didn't see it because he's in front, but that was the best thing that Hunter could have been hoping for. He loves that, loves to hear about it. Oh man, rough through the chicane there, but I mean, with that big of a gap, you can afford to do that with only 1 lap to go. I mean, he really just needs to not flip, and he should be going for it. And it looks like somehow Luke's gotten the gap on Roman there, side by side through the cylinders. He's gonna take that spot. Hunter takes the white flag. Going to try to bring it down. 1 more lap to go. That fight will put Luke into the top 5. The overall battle is ridiculous at this point. Fireball still trying to hold off Sully. And like I said, as long as he doesn't flip out, I think Hunter's going to be looking pretty good for his first moto win of the stage. It's been a really clean race for him, took the lead, did not look back, and hasn't really had to worry about anything. I mean, he hasn't really had any pressure. None of those drivers in the podium spots were really able to get up to him and even contest. Like, he's actually had a really clean race. But still, the top 5 battle behind him rages on, and there's many positions that could still be swapped. Oh yeah, they are all in this group, and probably many drivers in this group just wishing there was a few more laps to make something happen, but we're on that last one now. And this is really it. Hunter's just got to get through here clean. And is it the cleanest run? No. Is it good enough? Yes. Just needs to not flip, and that is exactly what he did. Or didn't do. Oh! Real Deal going down in the last lap. That's tough. I have to look at a replay of that. Hunter will take it. His first moto win of the stage. Fireball second. I think probably his best finish so far. And Sully in third. Probably his best finish so far as well, I want to say. I mean, I'd have to review it, but I'm pretty sure for the podium spots, this is literally their top finishes for all 3 of those drivers. So, yeah, I'd love to see that, and that's something I was talking about before going into this doubleheader, was seeing some mix-ups here, and already we see it in this Moto 2 at Lake Michigan. Tough track, brutal track, and it ended up working out for this top 3. Again, Hunter, Fireball, and Sully taking their best finish of the season for all of them. Or best moto finish, at least. But let's look at the results through the whole field. Yeah, so Moto 2. So then 4th was Pancake, 5th was Luke, 6th was Roman, 7th was Detail, 8th was should be Real Deal, yep, 9th Nuked, 10th Armada, 11th, oh man, that's a rip, 11th Opix, 12th Soul Reaper, and 13th Slaunch, man, rip. You hate to see it after after having your best finish of the season. That is tough. So that means the overall will be Pancake taking the overall in first, Detail second. Was able to, I think he would have had the tiebreaker anyways, but was able to get that extra point on that second place spot with that pass on Real Deal in the last lap. But needed some more time to potentially fight for the overall itself. Third, Luke. 4th, Fireball. Gained a lot as well. Fireball definitely gained a lot with that last moto. 5th, Hunter. 6th, Sully. 7th, Roman. All three of them tying in their points. That's pretty crazy. A three-way tie there for 5th, 6th, 7th, and Hunter getting the edge because of the win. Soul Reaper 8th, Slaunch 9th. Real Deal 10th. Opix 11th. Nuked 12th. And Armada 13th. And then some drivers that cheesed. Vulcan 14th and Chumpy credited with 15th. So there's the overall results and the Moto 2 results for Lake Michigan. Yeah, closing out the second Moto. Congrats to Hunter on his first Moto win of the stage. I figured it'd happen at some point. Did not think it would happen here, but it was a really clean Moto, and that's a big win for him. Definitely helped out a lot after the first Moto not going so great. So definitely helped him out a ton. Yeah, let's move on to Targaryen. All right, and here after the race, a bit of a replay on one of the cheesiest things I've ever seen. So let's take a look at this. Slaunch and Opix battling it out hard at the back of the pack, and Opix runs Slaunch wide. They get together, and look at this. He goes off the track, but there's a bit of a problem here. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. So Slaunch is going to park it. He's going to park it at the top of the mountain, and he's just going to sit there and wait for Opix to get close underneath. Here he comes, and he sticks it with the rejoin right behind Opix, pretty much right where he was, and continues to race on. So definitely going to have to get like 5 bonus points for that. So there you go.